cannot wait to meet you. I'm gonna find you, right?
I'm gonna
And
find you is
you
crazy.
get a lot of those.
Jesus.
But yeah, most of the time, like they're really nice.
Mhm.
Yeah, nothing bad. Their username was like really hardcore. It was like Metallica lover, and I think in the profile picture it was like some kind of like man,
Skull or
some
okay.
kind of man.
Okay,
like,
okay.
Yeah, so I was like, oh my gosh,
Oh
I'm
shit.
nervous.
Oh shit.
I'm nervous, and like they kept spamming too. Like for that whole day, they're like, yeah, tomorrow I'm gonna find you. Where are you gonna be?
That's
Like they were very.
crazy.
I was like.
Welcome to Successful, the podcast where we bring on local entrepreneurs and people who are doing really good in their field of work. And today I have with me Luna Mach. She is a content creator, a live streamer, and apparently a candy vendor because when she came in, she brought in so much candy for us. So thank you again. Thank you so much for that. So do you want to maybe tell us a bit more about yourself?
Yeah, thank you for having me. I'm really excited to be here.
Yeah.
So about myself, I guess like I have a growing on Instagram, and I post a lot of like food stuff on there.
Yeah.
And then I transitioned to like TikTok around last year, Stampede time,
Mhm.
and then it's kind of like blown up ever since. And I've just been doing live streams on there. And
Yeah.
Yeah.
So do you mainly do live streams now instead of like actual like smaller content?
Yeah, so I do like live streams every day actually, and then when I have time, I'll post like a couple of videos onto TikTok as well.
Hmm. So like when you do these live streams, do you usually have like a strategy of what you're gonna do? Do you have it like all planned out, or do you kind of just go somewhere and just see it where it takes you?
So for the live stream, it's very spontaneous. So
Okay.
It's just like whatever I feel like, I'll just
Yeah.
live stream it. But couple of hours beforehand, because like I do a lot of like cooking live stream as well
Yeah,
at
yeah.
home. So then I'll kind of brainstorm a bit and be like, what am I craving? What can I like cook for like the 2 hours? And yeah, because I
Nice.
stream every day at like 8 p.m. to 10 p.m.
Okay. So every day 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. go follow her. go tune in.
This is my
Yeah.
time.
So I've noticed that you've been live streaming not only here in Canada but in a lot of other places as well, right? So which one would you say was like your favorite place to live stream in, if you had to pick?
Ooh, that's a hard one. I think Thailand
Thailand.
is I like streaming here in Canada too.
Okay.
Thailand, because it was like a new country, and we were there for our like first year wedding anniversary, so it holds
Nice.
a very special place in my heart.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Are you from Thailand?
No.
Okay.
So I'm Vietnamese Korean. I'm mixed. But we wanted to go to Thailand last year for our wedding anniversary because we heard great things about it and we were really curious. And
Yeah. So what were some of like the favorite things that you did while you were there?
So Thailand was kind of crazy.
Okay.
The thing I didn't realize about TikTok is they use your IP address.
Oh yeah,
So
yeah, yeah.
I had no idea. So, for example, like I started live streaming for the first time at the Calgary Stampede last year, and I got like recognized by a lot of people, but I didn't think much of it. Then because July was Stampede, and then August was our wedding anniversary. So 1 month later, we traveled to Thailand for our wedding anniversary, and then I had a lot of viewers that were from like Thailand in that area, and like
At the Stampede?
no, when we were in Thailand.
Oh, okay,
in
okay, yeah, yeah,
August
sorry,
for
yeah.
the wedding. No worries. I'm not very good at explaining, so sorry.
No, no, it's okay. It's okay.
But yeah, so it was crazy because when we were there in Thailand, we
Mhm.
had so many viewers that were from there, and it felt like we had a lot of like, what are they called, like guides, like
Yeah, like tour guides. Yeah.
Yeah, because at one point I had like 1,100 viewers.
Jeez.
Yeah, and like a lot of them like they would actually find us and like give us food. Like it was
Aw.
just so crazy. They were so sweet. And when we got lost on a like we were at a like train station,
Yeah.
and we didn't know what train to take to get back home to our hotel.
Mhm.
And someone actually like they stream sniped us. They waited at the train station. They found us and they walked us to. The
Oh my
garage.
God.
It was
Such a
just so
wholesome
nice.
stream snipe.
Yeah, like so Thailand like holds
Yeah.
a dear place in my heart.
How long were you guys there for?
I think it was like so it was 2 weeks I think in Thailand, and then I think 1 week in Vietnam, and then like a 24-hour-ish in Korea. So
Oh, that's a really nice honeymoon.
Mhm.
Nice. And while you were there, I'm assuming that like a majority of the time, you're focused on like doing other stuff, right? Not really streaming.
Well, I live streamed the whole time.
The whole time?
Yeah. Well,
Damn.
except for August 7th, because August 7th is our actual like wedding anniversary.
Yeah.
So that day we just kind of reserved it to ourselves. But all the other days, I live streamed the whole thing. My husband is completely fine with it. He
Nice.
encourages it actually, and he thought it was so awesome because the locals there they told him like because he wanted a haircut really bad in Thailand. So then they actually told him like, hey, go to this place.
Mhm.
It has like the best haircut ever. He went there. He loved it so much. And then other people who are watching there, they're like, hey, I'm from Thailand. I didn't know about this salon. And then they're like, I'm gonna book an appointment. Right? Like it was
So he's like promoting the businesses as
without
well.
even knowing.
Nice.
And like yeah, we actually met up with some fans there, and
Mhm.
we became really good friends with them and everything too. It was like
Aw.
awesome. Like
Yeah, I feel like that's like the joy that you have with live streaming. Whereas when you post like content, you kind of have to like wait for the comments to roll in and stuff. Whereas when you're live streaming, it's like it's literally happening as
in
you
the
know
moment.
while they comment. It's really cool. Did you face any difficulties while you were there live streaming?
In Thailand, no. But I guess in Canada, I've had like a couple like comments that were questionable, I guess.
Oh,
And
okay.
yeah. Like,
Yeah. Do you want to expand on that or?
hmm. Let me think. Okay. Like I think the one thing people don't realize about like live streaming is like you gotta be really quick on your answers. So
Mhm.
then sometimes when people ask like certain questions, like
Like
it's kinda-
thought provoking?
yeah,
Yeah.
it's kind of like hard to like answer.
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
that,
yeah.
especially when you're like, for example, walking around Stampede. And
Yeah,
people,
exactly.
like they'll ask really like personal questions, and you're like, oh, I. Whereas like I guess for like actual videos,
Mhm.
you have time to actually think of your answer
Nice.
and stuff like that.
Yeah, I totally get that, and like especially because I personally watch a lot of like live streamers myself. Like you've seen how like Speed is doing like his world tour and stuff, right? So how do you feel about how current live stream culture is?
I think it's really big.
It is, yeah.
Especially with Speed and Kaizenat, like
Mhm.
they're yeah, and even like Valkyrie, like all the live streaming has been going on for a while, but I
Yeah.
think recently, it's really big. Also, I guess when I say like comments about like live stream in the moment, it's
Mhm.
like for example when I'm in public, sometimes I'll have comments where it's like, oh, I know where you are right now. What if I come up to you and steal your phone, or
Oh
what if I
my
come up to you
God.
right now and slap you across the face, and like
Jesus.
you know, and like it's really hard in that moment because one, like first you don't really want to draw too much attention to it because you don't want like copycats.
Yeah,
Like, you
exactly,
want-
exactly.
And like second of all, like we are in public, like that's the thing about IRL streaming. People know where you are.
Mhm.
So I guess that's the one hard thing about like live streaming. Whereas when you're actually making like video content, you
Mhm.
post it later, so
Yeah,
people
yeah.
don't know where you are. Right?
Exactly. So like I don't know if you saw recently, but what happened is like I think Valkyrie, Pokimane, and Sinna, they
Yeah.
were like last. You saw it, right?
Yeah, and it's kind of scary because this July I'm going to Stampede
Oh,
for like all
no.
the days too, and they were at an amusement park.
Yeah.
And yes.
Let me just like fill in the people that didn't know. So basically, these three really large Twitch streamers. They were basically going around like an amusement park, and they came across this guy who at first seemed like pretty normal, right? And then he was like, "Yo, can I get your number?" And then she's like, "Oh no, you know, she didn't really want to give it." And then they left. And then like 20 minutes later, the same guy came up, and he had like completely changed his clothing and stuff.
That's the creepy part.
And
where
then-
he changed his outfit
Yeah, it
and
was
everything.
really weird. And then he started like kind of like harassing them, like, and then he tried getting into a fight with one of the, was it the girls or the camera guy?
I think like the camera guy tried to stop him.
Yeah.
Because he said like, oh, I'm gonna like it looked like he had like a weapon. Like
Yeah,
he was
yeah, yeah.
reaching in his pocket, and he was gonna like hurt
Mhm.
them. So then they ran, and the camera person like got involved, and then they escaped and stuff.
Yeah, and then I think a few days later, those three were again talking about it, and one of them like even broke down, and it was like really sad to watch because it's like they didn't do anything wrong. All they were doing is literally just existing, right? And then they had to go through this like fucking deranged dude doing all this shit to them.
You see the comments on it? Like there was
I don't think
comments
so.
where it was like, oh, like you put yourself out there. You
Oh
chose
my
to be content
god.
creator.
Oh, dude.
And like the
So
thing is,
brain
people
dead.
don't understand that like yes, we do choose to like make content, but
Mhm.
that doesn't mean we choose to have disrespect or like have our personal boundaries like compromised.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't realize that. Ooh, can I tell a story?
Yeah, yeah, of course.
Here's an example. So I had a collaboration with a restaurant a couple months ago. A lot of content creators in Calgary actually collabed with this restaurant,
Okay.
right? And so then I just live streamed there, and then I took a clip of it. I posted it on like my page, you know. And the food was really good. Like the food is amazing. Loved it. Anyways, then someone commented on there, and they were like, this girl promotes cockroach infestation. Don't go to this restaurant.
Oh,
And then I was so confused. So then I looked it up, and apparently the restaurant is here, like here. Okay.
Yeah.
The
I think I know
mall-
which one you're talking about.
The mall that had the cockroach infestation was here.
Yeah.
They're not in the same building. They're in the same neighborhood, but they're like far. Right?
Yeah.
So then I explained to them, and I was like, "Hey, I think there's a misunderstanding. Like these are two different addresses. Like this restaurant was very hygienic. Like it's very clean. I hope you give it a try one day. Like I was really nice about it.
Yeah.
Then I posted like a story of me having a collaboration with a different event. But they came in to my story and they like replied to my story into my DM, and they were like, this girl promotes cockroach infestation and you guys choose to listen to her. And I was confused because like who's seeing that except for me, right? Because now they're going into my stories. And then I explained again, and I was like, yeah, like this is the misunderstanding. Like there are two different places. This restaurant is really good. Yeah, the mall is, yeah. And then the person, instead of like being like, oh, I misunderstood like the situation, like et cetera, instead they doubled down. They were like,
And this is like a random fan or whatever, right? Okay.
yeah, so they were like, oh, how kind of you, Luna, to promote a restaurant in that quadrant of the city. Nothing.
What?
Yeah, they were like, nothing comes, like
The
nothing
fuck?
is good from like that area. They were like, yeah, like my partner told me to never go in that area
Okay.
of like Calgary. But the thing is, I grew up in that area, and like,
Oh my god.
yeah. So it really hurt, and like they were saying that I'm such a bad person for promoting businesses in this
That's so stupid.
area when like the area is good. Like, do they prefer downtown? Downtown is sketchy too. Like, what do you
Yeah.
mean, right? But yeah, they were like, yeah, nothing is good in that area. Like, I can't believe you're promoting it to your audience and like misleading it. You're a terrible.
I think they're
person,
just like
et cetera, et
delusional
cetera.
and jealous that you're getting paid to do shit like this, and they're like stuck.
But like, it was really hurtful. And then, yeah, it was just wild, and like just the misunderstanding, and like, yeah. So I feel like they. Oh, and that's the other thing. Like, so
Okay.
many content creators, they did a collab with that restaurant. They promoted it, and they didn't get hate for it. So then that whole time, I was like, how come people are hating on me for promoting a restaurant in this quadrant of like Calgary? And like, I realized it's because I have a lot of like reach.
Yeah.
Like in the last 2 months, my content has reached 6.6 million.
Yeah, I have that written down
impressions,
here.
which-
Yeah.
Yeah. So I guess when people see that you have like that much reach, like you get more hate and like
100%.
just- Yeah, and it's not fair, but
It really
is what it
isn't.
is, yeah.
But I feel like for those type of people, right, it's best to just like ignore them. You know, you don't have to explain yourself to anyone.
Yeah.
If they're mad, they can not go to the restaurant. You're not like dragging them by the feet to the restaurant, right?
Yeah.
If they don't want to eat there, sure, whatever. But like hating on someone just for creating content, especially when
I
you
was
get
just
paid to
eating.
do so,
Yeah.
like what the hell?
But the thing was, I didn't even get paid to
Oh,
like
okay, okay.
For that specific restaurant.
Yeah.
Like I got invited to try out their food and do an honest review.
Oh,
and like
nice.
I only do honest reviews.
Very
like,
nice.
But yeah, so then it was just it was hurtful. But
Aw,
it is
I'm
what
sorry
it
that
is.
happened.
It's okay.
Hopefully that guy, like goes outside or something, touches grass. So, how often do you usually get recognized in public because you have such a large reach?
So every time I leave my apartment, I get recognized. Actually,
Jeez.
Even yesterday,
Yeah.
so I was at home because my husband and I were both in the live stream, so people recognize my husband too. So when I was in the apartment yesterday, my husband went out to grab something. He got recognized at like one of the grocery store. Then he came home, told me, and then we went out to
Yeah.
a different grocery store because I was like, oh, we forgot Q-tips, and I was like feeling kind of tired. So then I was like, I'm gonna stay in the car and just like be on my phone for a bit. So he went in, and as he went in, he got recognized again. And then as I'm sitting in the car, because I was like, oh, I don't think I'll get recognized in the car too, and I could just like relax a bit. Two people walked in front of our car. They looked into the window, and then they saw me, and they were like, and I kind of looked at them, and I was like, hi, and they were like really excited. But,
That's
like,
so scary,
all the
man.
windows were, like, all the windows were kind of rolled up, and like
Yeah.
I didn't have the keys. Like my husband had the keys because
You're just stuck there, and they're just
I'm, like,
watching you.
But they were like really shocked, and then I kind of looked down a bit, and they went into the car, and they did like another double take, and they were like
Aw.
really smiley. And then after that,
Yeah.
I went to A&W to like do a live stream. And then as we were walking out, because it was 17th Avenue, as we were walking out,
Yeah.
we ran into a couple more people that recognized us.
Nice.
And they would be like, hey, I know her, I watch her, I love your videos. So 6 or 7 times I got recognized yesterday at
Damn.
different times.
That's
at
crazy.
different places.
That's actually a lot.
And even in Lethbridge, like we visited Lethbridge, like
Yeah.
I think last month,
Mhm.
and I got recognized. Like I was only there for like
Jesus.
only like a day, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, got recognized at the mall, and then yeah, they were like, oh my gosh, like yeah,
Mhm.
and then like they kind of followed us around the mall for a bit too, and
Okay,
then
okay.
yeah, and then went to a bakery after that, got recognized. I get recognized a lot because I guess
And,
the IP
yeah.
address it reaches Canada.
It is. Yeah, usually it tries to show the viewers in your area your stuff.
Yeah.
But like, do you usually dress like this, or did you just dress like this for the interview?
Oh, yeah. Just the interview yesterday.
okay.
I was like really messy looking in the part. So when they're like,
Okay.
I'm like, oh.
No.
But the one thing that's really good about live streaming
Yeah.
is it helped me gain a lot of confidence, I would say, because before
Yeah,
I thought
100%.
people, because I had a following originally from Instagram, and like for Instagram, I feel like it's really about aesthetics,
Mhm.
right? So I had like friends who asked me like before, they're like, how come you haven't been posting on Instagram very much? And I guess I hold my Instagram post to like very high standard.
Yeah.
It has to be like
Totally get that.
have to like look really good. Everything has to be aesthetic because I feel like that's what Instagram is mostly about.
Mhm.
So that was before I started TikTok, and then they were like, hey, you should like post more. And then I was like, maybe I'll just post on TikTok instead, because then I don't have the pressure.
Yeah.
I didn't tell anyone I created Eat with Luna Mach when I first started.
Okay.
I didn't tell my friends. I didn't tell anyone at all. And I remember the friend was like, yeah, like who cares? Like with your Instagram, like just post whatever you want. Life is too short.
Yeah.
Just do what you want. And I took that like advice to heart. So then I made a TikTok and I posted on there.
Mhm.
And I just like, maybe some people find it a bit cringy, but I was like kind of whispering, and I was just
Like
being really
ASMR?
silly. I was just being. It wasn't okay. The thing was, everyone was sleeping at the time, so I didn't want to wake anyone
Oh.
up at 3 a.m. And I was
Okay.
craving like mochi chocolate strawberries,
Sick.
so I was like making it as quiet as possible. And then people started calling it ASMR. So I've had people say like, "You're my favorite ASMR artist," but I didn't know that was ASMR at the time.
Okay.
But yeah, when I made the content for that, sorry, I forgot where I was going with it.
No, it's okay. It's okay.
Oh yeah, so I was being really silly and stuff. I didn't tell any friends, and then my husband knew, but I told my husband like, do not search Eat with Luna Mach up on TikTok. I want to grow like naturally. I don't want anyone to find me. I just want to be like me and just, like, see where it goes. And then that was like 1 month or something like that before Stampede, and then
Then you
and
did the
I,
live
like,
stream.
I live streamed on Stampede. Within 2 days, I got recognized like
Jeez.
at Stampede. And people
Naturally.
were trying to like stream snipe me and everything. So
Jesus.
that was really crazy. Oh, sorry.
Oh,
The
yeah.
confidence. That's
Yeah.
where
Yeah.
That's where
It's okay. It's okay.
So when I was live streaming, like
Yeah.
especially during my early phase, I wore makeup every
Mhm.
day for my live stream. And then when we went to Thailand, like during one of the flights back, like it's tiring. I can't wear makeup during like the whole airplane. It's
Yeah.
like a 30-hour layover. or
Yeah.
something. So I was kind of messy looking, but people still like perceived me well, I guess.
Mhm.
And when I came back here to Calgary again after our vacation and stuff, I started wearing like less makeup, and then I started wearing like no makeup like for the last couple months now, like
Oh, wow.
no makeup at all, and people still perceive me really well. And that's when I realized people will like you as long as you're being genuine and
Mhm.
authentic. You don't need makeup. You don't need to dress
Exactly.
a certain way. Like yeah, they'll like you for you and your personality. And yeah, so because I guess with Instagram, I just assume people only like like I only had the following because of the way I looked, and that was
Mhm.
really wrong. Thinking.
Oh,
So,
yeah.
Yeah.
People that follow you from Instagram, they didn't really know you like, like your personality and stuff.
Mhm.
I was kind of the same way as you, where I only had like I think 2 Instagram posts total for like the last 5 years.
Oh my, because of the high standards.
Yeah.
that we have for
The
ourselves.
very first picture was like I bought a flat in Dubai, so that was like a really big like achievement, right? So I was like, okay, this one definitely.
Congratulations,
Thank you
by
so
the
much.
way. Yeah,
But I was
that
like, this
was
is
so
definitely like a big thing, right? So that one was Instagram worthy, and the other one was I was on an airplane and I was in the airport, right? And I took a really good picture. I don't know how it came out so well, but I was like, okay, this is also Instagram worthy.
That's
I only had 2 pictures for like the past 3 or 4 years, And then very recently, I actually started uploading, and I've been doing like car content because what I do is I don't know if you saw, but like I have a pretty nice house on Crescent Road, and so there's like a ton of like really nice cars passing by, right?
Oh, dang.
And I'll just hold like a camera, I'll just like film all the really nice cars going by, and people love that shit. So I was like,
my husband is really into like cars.
oh, is he?
I'll tell him about your page and I'll,
Oh, sick.
he loves.
Yeah, we do like I do. Sorry, no, I do like car watching and stuff, and some really really nice cars in Calgary are like go by that road. So I've been doing that recently, and now I feel like my Instagram actually has something to it. Because usually people used to ask me like, "Yo, what's your Insta?" I give them the Insta, but they don't even like. They're like, "Bro, there's like nothing here," and I'm like, yeah, I don't know, man.
Yeah, we all start from like
Yeah.
somewhere. I remember, like for example, my Instagram. When I first had it,
Yeah.
Someone asked for my Instagram and I showed them, and they were like, "You only have 2 followers, too?" And then I didn't think much of it, but now
Yeah.
it's like at like I don't know 16, 17K.
Yeah, it's huge now.
So
Nice.
yeah, I wouldn't say huge, but like
It's
yeah, it
okay.
is.
Calgary, in terms of Calgary-based content creators, it's huge.
You think so?
I think so.
Thank you
Yeah,
to
we've
comment.
brought on a lot of guests, and I'd say everyone that we have had on are really large, and you're definitely in that category. But if you guys need any sort of photography or videography needs, please come on down to Celestia Productions. Obviously, a link will be here, and yeah, we'll take care of your like videos, your photos. If you have websites, if you need content management, literally anything, we'll take care of it. We even do taxes, so like if you need that shit, we're here. But yeah, thank you so much to again Celestia Productions, and yeah, back to the show. Okay, so you said that you have a lot of like people that sometimes stream snipe you and stuff, right? Have you ever had like a really funny or really scary moment that came out of that?
Can I tell it to you?
Yes, please do.
Alright. In Thailand. Okay,
Yes.
so it was like one of the last day from Thailand. So we were going from Thailand to I think Vietnam at that time.
Okay.
To meet my husband's like grandparents because we had just gotten married, etc., etc.
Yeah.
It was our wedding anniversary, so 1 year after the wedding. I didn't realize. Okay, I know I had a lot of people watching me for my live stream. I think what I didn't realize is because I started in July live streaming, and then August is the anniversary. So it's just been a month of like live streaming, and I wasn't live streaming every day when I first started either. So I didn't really realize like my reach. So in Thailand, on the way back, okay. So basically, we met with one of our fans who is our friend now in Thailand, and my husband and him, they were having so much fun, but we had like an airplane to catch, right? So I was getting kind of nervous about the time.
Of course.
But they were like, "Oh, don't worry, Luna. Like, you're overthinking it. I will make it to the airport in time.
Yeah.
It's fine." So they spent a lot of time, and then after when it was time to go to the airport,
Oh no.
it was really hard to find like a taxi. Okay?
Yeah.
So anyways, so what happened was we had to take like the I can't remember, the train basically. We took the train and then we ran to the the hotel. We grabbed our luggage, we signed it out, and then we finally got like a taxi. So that whole time like we were running, so my hair was like messy, okay? Like,
Okay,
I was sweaty, I was like stressed. We got into a taxi and it's supposed to be like 20 minutes to get to like the airport. It was gonna be 40 minutes or
Oh
longer,
no.
right? Because of the traffic.
Yeah.
So then now I'm in like the taxi and I'm like so stressed. I'm like stressed, right? So I'm like, oh my gosh, like are we gonna miss our flight? Like, oh man, so stressed. And then the taxi driver, he was like in a FaceTime call at the same time as he was driving with like other people. And I got curious, so I kind of like peeked in and like my husband was like, "They can see you. They're looking at you." I was like, "Oh." So then I was like, "Oops." Anyway, so we got to the airport, and it turns out they needed like some kind of change or something. So then they ran like, so my husband and the taxi driver left me like in that taxi area, and they ran into the airport to like break some change. I can't remember what the reason was. They came back.
Probably like currency and stuff.
Yeah, maybe. And then the taxi driver grabbed his like, can I reenact? Okay. He grabbed his phone and he was like, "Picture." And then I thought, you know how like Uber here, like when you order food,
they have to do like a confirmation.
Yes, I thought he just wanted a picture of us to make sure that we like arrived to our destination as proof that we made it there safe, right? So I got out of the frame and I just let my husband be there, but then the taxi driver was like, get in frame. So then I was like, okay.
Damn.
So in my head, because I'm very stressed, like I was like, we're gonna be late for the airport. He needs to take a photo, but I need to get on that airplane.
Yeah.
So then I was like, okay. So then I got into the frame, and I was like, no one's gonna look at this photo. Like it's gonna be like the head office of like whatever taxi company that is. So whatever. So I. Okay, hair is messy,
Yeah.
super sweaty, and I'm looking like, I'm not even smiling, I'm just staring. I'm just waiting for the picture to be taken off. Like, so, yeah, I'm just like staring, like deadpan, while my husband beside me, he's smiling. Yeah, and then, so they take a photo, and I'm like, not smiling or anything. I'm just waiting for the photo to be done.
No.
He takes the photo.
I see where this is going, I think.
And he goes, TikTok! And then he runs off. And then Nixon, sorry, so not Nixon, but like Kay Nixon, my husband.
Yeah.
Like, so he said TikTok, he gets into the taxi and he zooms off. My jaw dropped. And my husband looked at me and he was like, I guess he was a fan. And I was like, no, I wasn't ready for the photo. No, like, I want to redo. But the taxi driver was long gone, so I guess that was really funny. And then when we got into the airport there, we actually got recognized. Like, there was a staff there that worked in one of the lounges. So they actually, like, got us into the lounge. And they cleared the space. It was so nice.
Oh, that's
like,
so sick.
Yeah, the VIP treatment, it was, like, insane for that. And then the second story. Is at the Stampede last year. Like I was still new to live streaming and I didn't really know too much. But I had a lot of like viewers and stuff. And one person commented and they're like, "Are you gonna be at Stampede tomorrow? I cannot wait to meet you. I'm gonna find you, right?"
I'm gonna find you is crazy.
You get a lot of those.
Jesus.
But yeah, most of the time, like they're really nice. Yeah, nothing bad. Their username was like really hardcore. It was like Metallica lover, and I think in the profile picture it was like some kind of like man,
skull or
some kind of man.
Okay,
like, yeah. So I was like, oh my gosh, I'm kind of nervous.
Oh shit.
I'm nervous, and like they kept spamming too. Like for that whole day, they were like, yeah, tomorrow I'm gonna find you. Where are you gonna be?
That's
like they were
crazy.
I was like so scared. I was like, oh my. I was nervous, right? And I was like, yeah, if you see me, please come say hi. I have candy for you. So next day, they're like, I'm here now. Where are you? And I was like, I was lining up for a ride. So like,
oh no, you're stuck. You're literally stuck.
And like, I'm really excited to meet my viewers too, right? Yeah. So like, you know, even though they're like Metallica lover, it was like really hardcore. Like I was a bit nervous, but I'm like, yeah, I'm still open to meeting my fans. Like I'm sure like they're all nice.
Imagine just like a little girl.
Yes, it was.
What? Wait, no way.
Yeah, so I was like so scared. I'm like, oh my gosh. And then all of a sudden, this like cute little girl, like she's like so tiny. She comes over and like she has eyeliner and stuff. But like, yeah, so she came over and she was like, I'm a Metallica lover. And she was like, I got you a gift. And I've never had a gift from a fan at that point. Because it was like just a couple days of live streaming, right? She's like, I got you a gift. And she gives me Hello Kitty stickers. And she was like, I got these for you. And I was like, oh my gosh. I was so relieved. I was so relieved that like she showed up.
Yeah.
And like she was so sweet, like she was so nice.
Did you end up like becoming friends with her, or do you like end up becoming friends with any of your fans? Would you say?
I became friends with some of my. Okay, so I guess I have like a lot of fans where I talked with like every day. But the ones where I met in person, I guess in Thailand I have, and then over here, I guess through Instagram, yes. Twitch, yes.
Yeah.
TikTok. I guess I met some of them, but I haven't really actively hung out with them.
Okay, that's fair.
But I do talk to them a lot. But for her specifically, I haven't talked to her ever since Stampede. Like, if she shows up in my live stream,
chat,
then, yeah. But I think she's been busy, so she hasn't been showing up
that's
for
fair.
a while. But yeah.
That's really nice, and I'm assuming like you're also like very busy yourself, right? So it's kind of hard to find time to like hang out with like all these people because you have like such a massive reach. It's like, like you'd have to hang out with like 10 people every day for like the next 20 years.
Yeah, it's busy.
Nice. So do like you when you live stream, right? Do restaurants really mind the fact that you're like in their restaurant live streaming and etc.?
So a lot of people actually comment and they're like, "Do the restaurant mind that you're like, do they mind that you're live streaming?" And no, I haven't had any experience where restaurants are upset that I'm live streaming. In fact, like they're really happy that I live stream there because it's free promotion for them. I
true.
And like, some of the times they even like come out and they'll give us like treats
free
on
stuff.
the house, which is like wild.
Oh,
like,
sick.
Desserts on the house, but I did have one experience where so we went. Okay, 8 to 10 p.m. is where I like stream, etc., etc. So we got to the restaurant early, and they had a like long lineup. So we waited a while
Yeah.
to get seated. Finally, once we got seated, like we ordered the food. The food took a while to come out. I ate as fast as I could, and we were ready to like pay and
Yeah.
leave. But then that's when like last minute the restaurant brought out this like giant ice cream for us on house. And so I was like, oh no, like, so I'm like trying to eat it, but I know they're closing too, so I'm like rushing. And my husband already, as I'm eating, he already went to the counter to pay,
Yeah.
and asked for a box. And the manager actually came out and talked to him for a while. So I can see them like talking, like the manager and my husband. But on my phone, as I'm live streaming, I see comments where it's like, they were like, girl, you're being rude. They're almost closing and you're still sitting there. Get out of there now.
Like,
and
what?
Then,
They're the one that brought it. The fuck?
yeah. And like, I was so confused, and I was like, I already finished my meal and I was ready to like leave. I didn't know they were gonna bring the ice cream out. I'm very, very grateful they brought the ice cream out, right? So I'm eating as fast as I can already, and my husband is already getting a box, but the manager is talking to him, so
Yeah.
we can't just get up. When,
Yeah,
like,
yeah, yeah.
yeah. So then, but yeah, and then people agreed with that person. They're like, yeah, she's so rude, like staying. There was other
That's so
customers there
stupid.
too. Not trying to justify, but there was other customers there too, taking
Yeah.
their time too, right? And I'm already rushing.
I mean,
eating
the
this
thing
cool
is,
thing,
right?
Freeze, you know.
Yeah, the thing is though, like it still takes like another 45 minutes to an hour to close the back end of the restaurant, right? So it's not like you're really damaging them that much if you just stay for like another 5-10 minutes, right?
Right.
Like, and the thing is,
And that was
it's
10 minutes before they closed.
Yeah.
So we were already wrapping up. I just need the box to like go.
this is totally fine. Like
Yeah, but
those comments are
people,
stupid.
Like, hate, like, yeah, so they just twist it to their own narratives, I guess. And they're like, yeah, she's being rude. And they're like, I know, right? Etc. Etc. So
Yeah.
just stuff like that. Yeah.
Nice. I again, like people will, it's almost impossible to satisfy every single person on the planet. They'll always try and find shit to like kind of drag you down with. So don't worry about that. How do you deal with like these negative comments usually?
Okay. So, sorry.
Yep.
Back then when I first started, I say back then, but I only stopped like 2 months ago. Okay. So
Back in my day.
I only stopped doing this 2 months ago because I realized, oh man, maybe
Yeah.
maybe it's too much. But
Okay.
so when I first started like getting like hate comments and stuff, like it's usually like people who are upset that I don't see their comments, etc., etc. So or they'll say like mean stuff about me, and like I. After I end the stream, because I read through every single comment after I end the stream, which is not too good for me, to be honest. But so I would be like, oh my gosh, like they misunderstood me. Like, for an example, I'm gonna give you a quick example.
Okay.
When we first moved into our apartment, I was wearing like, I don't know brands, so that's the thing. I
Okay.
grew up like really poor, and I just never like know much about brands, and I didn't grow up with a TV or like computer or anything either. So I really don't know my brands too well.
Okay.
But my favorite color is black, gold, sometimes white, sometimes pink, but like white and gold is a really nice color. So
Yeah.
I found like something on AliExpress for like $17, matching PJs. It's white and gold, and there was a little green on it, a little red on it. I didn't think much of it. So I was live streaming in the apartment, and people were like, "Oh, are you planning to get a couch?" And I was like, "Oh, I don't think we need a couch right now, and I want to be mindful of my spending."
Yeah.
And then someone came in, and they're like, "Are you kidding me? She's wearing Gucci, and she's talking about like spending money wisely," something like that, right?
Yeah.
And they're like, "I'm out of here." And then other people are like, "I know, right? I can't believe she's wearing Gucci, etc., etc." And then I was like so confused because it was a $17 outfit, and I didn't know it looked like Gucci. How did I know? It was from AliExpress. I told everyone like, "Hey, this is from AliExpress, etc., etc."
Yeah, yeah.
And they were like all hated, like yeah, not all, but like a lot of them they were like mad and they were all agreeing. So I've never worn that PJ ever since for my
Man,
content
fuck, what the hell? You shouldn't wear it.
because like I'm scared. Like I feel like people they think like ooh content creator, you know they really hate, and I try to like prevent getting hate whenever I can.
That's
et
fair.
cetera, et cetera.
Yeah.
But yeah, so back then when people like comment mean things like, "Oh, she never reads my comment," blah blah. I like end the live stream and I see it. I actually go into their account, I DM them and I go, "Oh, I'm so sorry I missed your
Aw.
comment. It's not on purpose. I had so many I couldn't keep up. I hope you can be understanding. Thank you for coming to my live stream." Or like I've had one where
Yeah.
it was like they go in and they go, she never reads my comment. She doesn't care about me anyways. I'm just gonna kill myself. And like I've had a lot of those actually. So then I had to ban the word like kill, die, dead into my thing. But then when I see those, I actually go into their account and then I go, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. Like I didn't mean to not read your comment. I hope like you're in a better place. Like I hope like you have the support you need, like etc. etc. But sometimes when people hate on me, and I go into their account to like DM them to like explain and apologize to them for the reason
they're so rude.
me, sometimes their account is private, right?
Oh, okay.
So then I have to like add them, wait for them to approve of me to send them a message to be like, I'm so sorry.
That's
that
way
you
too
think,
much effort
I'm
for
so
like a
sorry
troll,
that
man.
you think I'm a selfish person. Like I didn't mean to come off that way. I hope like etc. etc. But then sometimes they don't add me back. Like sometimes I add them, but they don't accept my request. So then I never get to explain myself. But yeah, so then I realized like yeah, there's been times where sometimes people hate, and then I explain myself, and they're like, "Oh, I didn't realize, like, yeah, it's fine, etc., etc." But yeah, I pray for my like viewers a lot. Every day I pray for my viewers. Like if they're going through a hard time, if they're sick, I'm praying for them. Like, God, please let them be in better health. Like I really care about my viewers, or like because a lot of my viewers, they said they watch me because they get bullied a lot. They don't have the support, etc. So watching my live stream, like they said, oh, this is my therapy, or they go, watching your live stream helps me forget about the bad things that happen to me in reality. Yeah. So like I'll pray for them and I'll be like, yeah, I hope like they get the support that they need, etc. etc.
That's so kind of you.
Or if they're like pregnant, I pray for their baby too, like yeah, good health, etc.
Nice.
Yeah, so
I feel like we fostered very different stream communities.
Yeah.
You're like
my friends tell me I'm very parasocial and I should just stop doing it.
Honestly, I would say the same thing. Just be careful. Like always try and create a little bit of a boundary, especially when you're a live streamer.
I know, but because like everyone I've met so far, they're so nice when I meet them too.
Yeah, but all it takes is one bad person, right?
That's what my best friend told me too.
So like
one person can like so they were like, be very careful, etc.
Yeah.
But like they're all so nice. But yeah, I guess like maybe I'm a bit parasocial because I know it's a person behind there, and I've seen some of them too, right? So,
yeah.
Yeah.
No, I mean I totally get that, and I do think that it is like a really like really wholesome thing that you're doing this, and you're like very kind to them, obviously.
Yeah.
But at the same time, you also have to worry about your own health and safety.
True, That's true. And then the other thing that has been very like rewarding or like impactful for me, I would say, is for the Stampede live stream. The reason I wanted to live stream it at the Stampede was because I was worried like maybe like people have never heard of Stampede before, maybe they don't live in the area, or maybe like they can't afford it, and so I wanted them to like live through
vicariously through you.
Me. And then I've had people who told me that they're really grateful that I did the Stampede live stream. Like I'll tell you 2 stories from it. The first one is a couple months ago, someone DM'd me and they're like, "Hey Luna, I was wondering if you have the clips from the Stampede live stream. My daughter was such a fan of you. Aww. She just passed away recently, and I would love to see like the videos of her from like the Stampede. She met you on this day at this time." So I was able to find that clip and send it to her, but it was wild to me because I only started live streaming at the Stampede the first time, right? So within a couple of days to know that I had like fans that really love me, even though I just started like within a couple of days, and the difference I made, like yeah, she was really grateful. I was able to find the clip, and I was like really sad that like the daughter passed away.
Yeah.
The second story is someone told me that they couldn't go to they couldn't go to Stampede. They go every year.
Yeah.
But last year they couldn't go because they were like in the hospital, ER, right? Yeah, there's illnesses, etc., cancer, etc. So they got to watch my live stream, and it made them feel very like happy, and it made them feel like they were right there. So just knowing that I've made like impact through my live stream, like sometimes I think, oh, I'm just eating, like know. And I the reason I wanted to live stream myself eating also is because I felt like what if there's people like eating alone? No one deserves to eat alone. I think everyone deserves a friend.
Yeah.
So I wanted to be there for people, and like we
Mhm.
get to share a meal together, share great company, share.
It's like you're on a
good
FaceTime call.
conversation. Yeah, exactly.
Nice.
So I wanted to do that, and a lot of people did tell me that they didn't have a lot of friends, so it feels really nice to like be able to eat with me, etc.,
Yeah.
etc., for the live stream. So yeah, it's been a very rewarding journey so far.
And I think it's like a really good content that you're making because it's only been 1 year and you've seen like such good growth.
Almost 1 year. July.
Almost
will be
1 year. Yeah, it's okay. It's almost been 1 year and you've seen such amazing growth, right? Do you see yourself doing this like long term? Like, do you see this becoming like your like a long term career path for yourself?
Okay, so I guess what a lot of people don't know is, I guess, I'm gonna like backtrack a
Okay,
little.
okay, sure.
I've had comments in my live stream where they're like, hey, what's your career? And maybe I was like 30 seconds late in reading the comments because there's so many comments.
Mhm.
And because I was 30 seconds late, they would be like, oh, so she has no career. So a lot of people think I'm like jobless, not smart, uneducated, etc., etc.
Yeah.
But what they don't realize is I have a neuroscience degree and I work
Nice.
in the science field.
Sheesh.
And yeah, so so a lot of people don't realize that, and I'm passionate about both, like content creation, neuroscience,
Mhm.
like science in general. Like
Yeah.
I'm very passionate about both, and so right now I'm doing both.
Mhm.
And the thing is, if I was ever I don't know if I would ever make the choice to just do content creation only, but
Mhm.
if I were to ever make that decision, I would not tell anyone. I would not tell my viewers, etc., etc., because I feel like a lot of people look down on content creators.
Yep.
So then, if I were to say like, "Hey, I quit my job and I'm doing content creation only," I think I would get a lot of hate for that. So if I were ever to just do one and not the other, no one would know about it except for my husband
Mm.
and my close friends.
But I feel like content creation is starting to become more accepted as like a viable career path, right? Like
I
as
get a
time
lot
goes
of
on.
because I've live stream every day and I've seen comments where people, because they just assume that I don't. A lot of people assume that
Yeah.
content creation is my only job right now.
Mm.
So I've seen people say like really mean things and like so. Yeah.
I mean, you
that's
should put that
why-
in your profile somewhere that you have like in your science
Neuroscience.
degree.
But then people will ask, see, that's the thing. So people always say, like, what do you do for your
Yeah.
job? And I go, oh, I have a neuroscience degree. I'm working in the science field. And then they go, what do you do? But the thing is, like, they're very good detectives. And
Yeah, you don't want
I
to
live in
dox yourself
Calgary.
and shit.
All-
Yeah, yeah,
Like,
yeah.
a lot of them are in Calgary,
Yeah.
so I don't want to say my position because they'll find it. And then
Yeah.
they'll find my job. What if they show up? Yeah. Like,
That would be
it's a while. 'Cause
horrible.
my
Oh my God.
husband, coworker found me on their For You page, and they didn't even know I was my husband's wife.
Oh God.
I've been showing up everywhere, right? So it's
Mhm.
been but that's why I just don't want. I try to prevent as much hate as I can. I know it's not like
Possible.
It's not possible, like, because I only do like food content, and people
Yeah.
already get mad at me. Like, because when I eat, I cover like my mouth, so people don't see like the food in
Yeah,
my
yeah.
mouth too, and they get mad that I'm covering like my mouth.
The fuck?
Yeah, like.
What's their problem? Like they want to see you chewing and shit. Like
Yeah,
what?
that's so like people get so mad, right?
Yeah.
And then the thing is like I do talk while I'm reading. Like I still have food when I'm reading because I'm trying to read as many comments as possible so no one
Mhm.
feels excluded. Because I don't want people to feel excluded. That's
Of
why
course.
I read through all the comments every day so that I remember who asked a certain question.
Oh
next
my
day. If
God.
I see them,
It's like
I'll be
homework.
I'll be like, hey, you asked this question yesterday, and I'm sorry I missed your comment. Yeah, this is the answer to your. So like, I
Jesus.
try my best to like remember it. But yeah, so I try to read as much comment, but I
Mhm.
can't chew swallow as fast either. So that's why I cover my mouth to like best of both worlds. But people still get mad. But
I guess
yeah.
if people get mad for
I
even
know.
good shit, like
I'm very sensitive too. I know, but I really enjoy doing live streams because I know I'm still helping others
Yeah.
like who are going through hard times. So even with the hate, it's still worth it if I'm making other people's day. in my
Yeah.
opinion.
whenever you get like a bad comment, just remember like the thousands of good comments you got before and after, right? So like
That's true.
it completely drowns that shit out.
That's true.
Yeah.
I do say if you're ever thinking of doing live streams, get mods. W to my mods. I love my mods so much because recently I've been adding more mods, and my mods are incredible. Like when there's a mean comment,
Instantly
like, you know,
gone.
like
Nice.
instant. I don't even get a chance to see the mean comment,
That's
and
the
it's been a
yeah.
lot better for my mental health.
Mhm.
So yeah, mods are very very important.
Nice.
And yeah.
What's one thing that you like you wish you knew when you started live streaming that you know now?
When I first started, I wish I got mods. Like,
Okay.
yeah,
All right, fair,
yeah.
fair enough.
It would have helped prevent me from a lot of uncomfortable, awkward, or hurtful situations for sure.
Yeah.
The second thing is, I wish I know how much it impacts people too. Because
Mhm.
when I first started for live streaming, like at the Stampede, I didn't know what I was doing at all, right? And like
Yeah.
to know like the way it affected people, like I think that's really cool. I guess one thing I wish I know is like no matter how small I think my live stream is, or
Mhm.
no matter how little I think I'm doing, I'm
Yeah.
actually making a bigger impact
Yeah.
than I thought.
You have like a massive reach, 6.6 million people. You're
Too
thinking of numbers, right? But if you were to fill up a stadium with 6.6 million people,
It's hard to like see that because right now I think on TikTok I have
Yeah.
like what 19K followers.
Yeah.
Because the 6.6 they see me but they
Mhm.
don't follow, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, so the other thing I guess I kind of wish I know is at the Stampede, like people recognize me and stuff when I was live streaming,
Mhm.
but like within the second day people are like, oh, I recognize you, ha ha ha. But I thought they were kidding. Like some of the people I thought they were kidding because I was like, oh, I just started live streaming yesterday.
yeah.
Like there's no way. And then like sometimes I would be like, yeah, let me know your username, and they
Mhm.
tell me their username, and then I go home, I look it up, and they're not following me, right? So then I'm like, oh, they're just kidding. Like there's no way they
Yeah.
know me. Turns out like they don't follow me, but I show up on their For You page. 'Cause
Yeah,
there's
yeah.
been a couple of them where they show, like when they watch my live stream, they're like,
Mhm.
hey, I'm watching your live stream right now, and I see myself on their phone, and then I realized after that they weren't following me, but I was on the For
Yeah,
You
yeah,
page
yeah.
still. So the 6.6 million are the people who are like, who has seen me, but I guess
Yeah,
to
just
have,
impressions.
Like 19K,
That's still really
19K followers, I don't realize
Mhm.
like the big, yeah. Even when I got recognized,
Even
like,
19K is
every
so massive that you're saying it like, oh, just 19K. Like that's
Too
massive though.
kind. Yeah, too kind. But yeah, like even though I'm getting recognized
Yeah.
every day, like I still, it hasn't really kicked in yet, I guess.
Okay.
Mhm.
Well, was Stampede kind of when you had like your biggest streams, or when were they?
Thailand, I had 1,100 viewers
Yeah.
at one point. I did like a collaboration with the Wind Sport where I went tubing, and that one got over 500,000 likes.
Sheesh.
I guess I've had like stages, I guess.
Okay,
But
okay.
yeah, Stampede, most people recognize me from Stampede.
Mhm.
They even made a joke. They gave me a nickname. I don't like the nickname very much. They called me Stampede Mommy. But yeah, so many people, when they recognize me, they go, hey, I've seen you at the Stampede. Like,
Yeah.
I guess even Mercy. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, she saw me from the Stampede.
Mercy's our like event manager and stuff.
Yeah, like a lot of people, they see me from the Stampede, so I guess Stampede is my biggest, and I feel like this year it's gonna be probably bigger now.
Mhm.
So I'm really excited. I'm a bit nervous, but I'm also excited to.
Every year it's gonna keep growing, and with that, I feel like your fame is also gonna continue growing. You know.
So, but yeah, every time I live stream, people
Yeah.
ask like, "Are you gonna be at Stampede this year?" etc. etc.
Nice. Are you gonna be at Stampede this year?
Yes, all
Nice.
the days for the
Sick.
Stampede. So 10 days plus probably the sneak a peek.
I'm
day.
also going there with like my filming crew, and we're gonna be doing some like
Oh,
food reviews
cool.
and shit. So maybe we'll bump into each other.
Yeah,
That'd be pretty
if we
cool.
see each other, let's say hi to
Yeah,
each
sure.
other. Yeah, for sure.
That'd be really nice.
Mhm.
Okay, I'm gonna do a fun little rapid fire round. Try not to think too much. Just blurt out whatever comes into your mind. Okay.
Okay.
Food trend that you love.
Dubai chocolate.
Dubai chocolate. I just had that. I just got back from Dubai in February. Amazing.
Wait, you've tried the authentic one?
Yeah,
So
the real one.
lucky. Do you mind telling me how it tastes?
Sure. So you've had pistachios? I'm assuming.
Yes, I
So
love pistachios.
yeah, so the inside is like really fluffy, and then there's like little air bubbles inside, right?
Oh.
But that's why when you like kind of bite into it, it's like a little what is it? What the fuck is the word? Elasticy. So it's kind of like
Stretchy.
gum. Yeah, like stretchy. It's a little stretchy, but then the little air bubbles start popping because when it gets compressed with the stretch, and it's just really light, really fluffy, really flaky. The flavor is really good. Like I personally love like peanuts and like that kind of like what is it like the nut? Okay, I don't want to say it in the camera, but like that category of food, right? So I personally really like the flavor. Pistachios are amazing. Again, it's really fluffy, really flaky, really crunchy, And it's just really unique, I think, because when you think of chocolate and stuff, you think of kind of like a hard bar, right?
Mm-hmm.
So imagine like a Kit Kat where it has like a little bit of a crisp. Yeah, it has yeah, nice, nice. It has a little bit of like a crisp on the inside, but instead of just one solid bar, it's like little tiny little air bubbles all the way through.
Oh man, that sounds amazing.
It is really good.
Oh man.
I'm sure you can like probably order it now too, right? Like online and
And
stuff.
ship it to
Yeah,
Calgary.
yeah, yeah. They probably
That's
make
good.
it here now at this point, right? Yeah, okay. So, food trend that you hate.
Okay, I thought I hated garlic and black pepper all my life.
Okay.
But recently, I found out my husband and friends have been sneaking it into my food for a while, and I didn't know. And my lobster found out about it.
Yeah.
So I guess I don't hate any food.
At all? You don't hate anything?
Maybe red onions. I think
How do you
is
hate
too
what the?
spicy?
So
I have
my
no heat
god,
tolerance,
bro!
yeah.
I'm from like South Asia. I eat like what is it? A Thai chili just for flavor, like with my rice.
I'm very bad with spicy.
I
food.
love spice.
can't.
Like I feel like
Yeah.
if a food isn't like making me wanna like puke out fire, like it's not good.
That's amazing.
Yeah. Okay. Sweet or savory?
Back then I would have said savory, but
Yeah.
now that I'm almost approaching 30, I
Yeah.
notice I like a lot of sweets. My taste buds has changed a lot now that I'm approaching 30. Like I'm 29 right now, but
Yeah.
I'm gonna turn 30 this June.
I've
so-
noticed like when I was a kid, I hated vegetables. Now like I love vegetables like a lot, and I'm like I kind of get them with everything. And I can definitely tell that you're into sweets with based on the amount of
so
based on the
good.
amount of sweets you brought for us. Okay, if you could eat only one dessert for the rest of your life, what would it be?
The bingsu at Snowy Village, so good.
Oh,
Have you
actually, I haven't had
been?
it yet.
Oh, please try
I went to
it. The
Snowy
mango
Village. I had their cone.
one?
Or you,
Okay.
I forgot what it's called, but I've been to Snowy Village, but I haven't had their
recommend
bingsu
the
yet.
Mango bingsu. It's
Mango
really
bingsu. Mango's my favorite fruit, so I'll probably like it. Yeah,
Yeah.
nice. Okay, what's the most incredible restaurant you've experienced in the world?
I went to Las Vegas a while back, and I
Yeah.
got to go to Hell's Kitchen.
Oh,
and,
Chef Ramsay's. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
His food is really good, and I really, really enjoyed it.
You don't think it was like overhyped or anything? Like you think it deserved the hype?
sticky toffee. I still dream about the sticky toffee.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really good.
But it's like extremely expensive, isn't it?
We got like a combo deal, so like they had like I don't know when we went, like it had a set deal, and
Yep.
I think it was like maybe $80 USD, but you get like
Okay.
4 course. Or
Oh,
something.
it's actually
So
really
it was
good.
it was a pretty reasonable price, and I
Nice.
don't drink alcohol, so I
Mhm.
guess save money. From, yeah, so
Yeah.
just a meal, yeah, and it came with the dessert and stuff.
Nice. I really want to try going there. I had this beef tartare in Dubai. I thought I would hate it because it's like again raw beef, raw eggs. I hate raw shit unless it's like sushi or something. But I'm not a big fan of raw stuff. I actually really enjoyed it. I was like, wow, the flavors. It makes me feel like I'm a caveman again, and I'm just like eating. I'm like super primal, you know.
Dang.
The flavors are really, really strong, but I loved it.
Have you been to Kurilla?
Kurilla, yeah.
Have you had their beef tartare?
No, I haven't had the
It's
beef
my
tartare.
favorite. Highly recommend the beef tartare at Kurilla because they have like apple slices in it.
Mhm.
It's so refreshing. Like everyone who's tried it likes it.
Yeah.
I haven't met anyone that doesn't like it, so I think you might like it. Let me
Okay.
know. Let me
Okay.
know if you
I feel like it's such an acquired taste, right? Like it's kind of hard for someone that's going there and ordering it to really hate it because
Yeah.
they know what they're expecting.
It's true.
But yeah, I'll give it a try. And also shout out Corella. When we were there filming, they gave us a bunch of free shit. So thank you guys.
They're great.
They're really nice. Okay. What's the weirdest thing you've ever eaten?
Can I show you?
Yes.
Okay.
Careful. Did you?
Oh yeah, I'm okay.
Okay.
I figured it'd be better to just show you.
If you
because
want,
it's
right? You can like send me or Mercy the picture, and we'll like edit it onto the podcast as well.
Sure. It's just on my TikTok. Like I
Okay.
don't
Okay.
post a lot.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Okay. Wait, is it gonna load? Wait, sorry.
is
hold
that?
hold on.
Yeah.
Wait, where's my internet? Oh no. But you could see like, oh, there we go. That's the weirdest thing I've eaten.
Salmon sushi. Wait, let me just bring it up to the camera real quick.
So, it's sushi, mochi. Half of the mochi is wasabi flavor. Yeah, half of the mochi is wasabi flavor. The other half is soy sauce flavor. And then there's like salmon and stuff. I came up with it in my own head because.
This is diabolical. What is this?
Oh, man.
Oh my god. You made this?
Well, okay, so where the inspiration came from is sushi, like they put salmon on rice,
Yeah.
right? And like, what is mochi made of? It's made of rice flour. So why not?
They're not the same thing, dude.
So why not make like soy sauce with wasabi,
Yeah.
mochi, and wrap it around the salmon? It was actually for.
But why was it so
noodles.
big though? Like,
Cause it's yummy. I don't know.
did you actually finish it?
Okay. One thing about me is I hate wasting food.
Okay,
So
yeah,
no matter
that's
how
fair.
bad the food tastes,
Oh
I will
my-
still force myself to eat.
You're gonna
it,
get
and,
sick.
like, but yeah, that one. Okay, that one was not delicious,
Yeah.
but it wasn't the worst either. It was definitely like it was okay.
Okay.
But at the Stampede, I didn't remember because
Yeah.
at the Stampede they don't have takeout containers, etc. I ordered eel rice and I forced myself.
Eel
to
rice?
Eel rice, like they had.
They have
eel
eels
the
on it? Oh,
rice.
shit.
Yeah, it was like.
I didn't know
really
eels were
good.
edible.
Oh yeah, they are. Yeah, they're pretty good. Sometimes they're a bit bony, so you gotta like, yeah. But some people just swallow the bones. I don't know.
Oh,
but,
God.
because it's soft.
I almost went to the when I was little. I had to go to the hospital and almost did a surgery because I got a fish bone stuck in my throat.
Oh,
So since then, I just can't have fish with bones. It's like a psychological thing.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. But yeah, when I was eating
Yeah.
the rice, I'm glad you're okay now.
Yeah, I'm fine. Yeah.
I ate like the rice with eel, but it was such a large portion,
Mhm.
and so it took me so long to finish it on the stream.
Okay.
And then people were telling me like, just chuck it out, you're full, stop forcing yourself to eat it. But I was like, I hate wasting food. I feel bad for all the farmers. Like the farmers work really hard to,
What about
like,
the eel?
you know, or like the eel, like, you know what I mean? Like not farmers, fishers. The
Fishers. I was gonna
that's
say,
right.
like, you don't
My bad,
farm
sorry.
eels.
I was like, I feel bad for the fishers and the farmers that
Yeah.
made the rice, like
Uh-huh.
the rice grain. And then someone was like, yeah, my dad is a farmer, so thank you, Luna, for understanding.
Nice.
And I was like, yeah. So after that live
I'm doing this for
stream,
you, bro.
after I finished that live stream and I ended the stream, I felt so nauseous.
Oh my
and then after a
God.
couple steps, I actually like upchuck because I was like filled to the brim.
Oh.
And then I told my like best friend, and my best friend was like, your fans, your viewers told you to chuck it out. You should have just chucked it out. And I was
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
I hate wasting food. Like, it's really rare that I waste food. Like, yeah.
Okay. I mean, that's very noble, but again, just please be careful.
I know.
That's
I think I'm gonna bring takeout containers for Stampede this year, so I can.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea. And maybe you can like even hand it out, if you can't finish it
Well,
personally.
I feel bad if I ate out of it and give it to someone. I don't want to give.
Okay,
people
that's
my-
fair.
Yeah, just.
Okay,
yeah,
true.
feels bad, so I don't
Yeah,
know.
yeah, no, that makes sense. That makes sense. I should have thought more
Oh,
about
no,
it.
no, no worries at all.
Okay, what's a guilty pleasure food that you like?
Recently I had pistachio cream from like Showcase.
Mhm.
It's so good. So I told myself, because it's kind of like pricey, it's like closer to $20, I guess.
Jesus.
So for like the small container. So I told myself for my birthday
Mhm.
this year, I'm gonna buy a jar and eat it all to myself. Not very healthy
Oh my
because it's
God.
a bunch of oil. But
Yeah.
it was so yummy. So
Well,
that's
what's it
what I'm
called?
doing.
Pistachio what?
Pistachio cream, the one that you make for the Dubai chocolate. They sell at
Oh,
Showcase.
they just
and
sell like the ingredients.
it's so
Why not just make Dubai chocolate yourself?
Well, yeah, so I have actually made it myself
Okay.
on the live stream, but not. I made the strawberry version. I haven't made
Okay,
the
okay.
actual
Got it, yeah.
bar. Yeah, I want to try the authentic one from Dubai one day, though. Mhm.
Again, like I'm pretty sure you could just order it by now because literally every manufacturer makes it because it's gone so viral. When I was there, I managed to get like a really large piece for only like $3-4 because it's like literally made there, right? And then like I was there for a month and a half. By the time I was leaving, the price had gone from $4 to I think like $28 because everyone's coming in trying to buy
Oh
it.
man, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Dang, high demand. For it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Okay, and if you could have dinner with any chef or food influencer, who would it be?
I don't know a lot of like chefs or like influencers, I
Okay,
guess.
that's
So
fair.
I would say maybe Chef Ramsay.
Chef
Yeah,
Ramsay.
I really like the food at his restaurant.
I
so-
love all of his shows, like what is it, Hotel Hell, Kitchen Nightmare, all of that stuff.
Oh.
I used to like binge that shit all day because what's it called? I was like really sick for like a small period of time and I couldn't get out of the bed, so I would just be watching that all day. It
Oh,
was really
man,
sick. It was really
yeah,
nice.
no, yeah, I think he's probably nicer off
Yeah.
camera. Like I feel like
That's just he's
I heard-
he's
I
100%
heard
just
he's
putting on
really
a show.
nice.
Yeah,
I
he's
heard
putting on a
he's
show. He has
super.
kids and stuff. And then
Yeah.
even how he acts in like the junior Master Chef, you can tell that he's a nice
Yeah,
guy.
mhm.
All right, so we are approaching our 1 hour mark. Is there anything that you want to shout out, like any projects that you're working on, anything that our viewers should know before we wrap up?
Not really, but I did bring something for you guys. If you guys are open to it, my
Okay.
viewers actually suggested earlier
Okay.
when I was doing a mini live stream on
Sure.
YouTube, but you guys can say no if you're
Okay,
not
okay.
comfortable with it.
Let's see it.
So basically, I'm gonna tell a little.
Okay, go
background.
for it.
We did this challenge and we got like these Pringles and they're supposed to taste yummy. They're called butter caramel Pringles. But then when we ate it, it was the first time I ever upchucked on stream from the taste. And everyone who has tried it said it's really
Should we get like
tasting.
like buckets and stuff?
No one else has upchucked except for me, but everyone else ran to grab water and like different. But would you be open to trying?
I would 100% love it. I love trying new stuff. Come, let's try it. Let's try it. It'll be cool. And please bring a bucket just in case.
Yeah, bring your own bag.
We'll take turns like trying it on. Yeah. It's a Pringle flavor.
Butter caramel. I thought it would be good.
Let's just try it.
We did this challenge where we went to a convenience store. We bought snacks for each
Yeah.
other to see who would win. And I thought I would win with like butter caramel because it had to be a unique flavor that is good. I thought this was going to be delicious. Okay. Butter caramel. What can go wrong with it? It's, yeah.
Can we get a bucket just in case I... Oh, okay. Okay. Thank you. Oh, God.
Yeah, okay.
You know, I actually throw up pretty easily, so we'll see.
I accidentally poured an extra.
Can I smell it?
Sure.
Or would that ruin the...
Everyone, let's smell it together. It's okay if I don't eat it.
Yeah.
Oh, that's fine. No problem.
I just don't want to.
Oh, no.
Did you smell it?
I don't like that.
Does it smell like butter caramel?
It
to
does.
you?
It smells very strong. No, if you're going to eat it on camera. Eat it on camera.
Okay, cheers.
Too much.
It's so sweet.
Doesn't it have that weird like sour?
Yeah, it does.
Like vomit almost. Like
Okay, chill.
Sorry,
Let's not be saying, let's not say those words.
Bad, bro.
What is wrong with you?
You are not Bangladeshi, that's the thing.
Bag.
Okay. I'm a sympathy upchucker, so if you upchuck, I might upchuck with you.
It's not bad.
It has a weird aftertaste.
Oh, I'm gonna gag. Sorry. Oh no. Wait, I'm a sympathy puker, so I can't. If I see someone like gagging, I will gag. I'm sorry.
I'm a gag.
Okay.
That's fine.
Plain.
You're okay.
Like,
Amazing. Round of applause to you guys.
It's fun.
Thank you. Thank
I
you
think
for
I-
taking it like a
I think I've gotten
Your
used to
eyes
it.
are kind of watering.
I've gotten used to it.
Yeah. Have some candy.
I'm okay.
Thank you for trying. Yeah, I told okay, so that's the crazy thing. I told everyone how bad it was. They saw me upchucking, and I was like, yeah, do not recommend, don't buy it. People went out of their way to actually go and buy it because they were curious, because they saw
This should
our
be illegal.
reaction.
Oh my
Yeah.
God. This is sold in Calgary?
Yeah, Trust Convenience. So when I told people were asking me
We have the
where I
owner of
bought it.
Trust Convenience coming here soon. So, bro, like, get this shit off the shelf, please.
No, but people have to go to Trust Convenience to buy it ever since they saw us like review this one. So I'm very curious. I want to ask like Trust Convenience like how many they have sold ever since I made that video. Out of curiosity.
Their stocks just like skyrocketed.
It's wild. But yeah, one of our fans, like, he's also our mod too. He
Oh, nice.
went out of his way to buy it, and he tried, and he said he had one, and he vacuum sealed the rest. He was like, it's so bad. Yeah.
I just don't understand who this
It's
is
from
for.
Korea, so that's the weird part too. And
Really?
like, it has a high rating.
Wait, you
on-
know, that actually makes me think of you know those Korean hot dogs, right?
Mm-hmm.
With like what is it, potatoes and cheese and stuff, and then you put like sugar, caramel sugar on top.
But that's actually good.
It
tastes
yeah,
so
but
good.
kind of tastes like that though, except for
The
the
sour aftertaste.
yeah, except for the aftertaste, like that when you first bite into it. I think it kind of tastes similar
Look,
because it's potato and sugar, right? It's like the
true.
same thing.
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you know, I just tried that. I'll probably be sick off camera, but
Oh,
aside
I'm
from that,
sorry.
thank you so
Have
much.
some more candy.
No, yeah, thank you. Aside from that, thank you so much for coming on. Do you want to just shout out yourself where people can find you?
Yeah, thank you for having me. On TikTok, I'm known as Eat with Luna Mach.
Mm-hmm.
On YouTube, Luna Mach Official. On Instagram, it's just Luna Mach. And yeah.
And as always, we'll have everything in the description below. And thank you guys for watching this week's episode, and we'll see you guys next time. See ya. Bye.
Bye.